As you might have suspected, time here stopped while you two were on that battlefield.
If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of beach. To explain a little, our bodies, our ha, all occupy the same world, but our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse. However, if many people die at once, their beaches can become entangled, creating a strand field. This phenomenon is exacerbated in wartime by omnipresent feelings of resentment and despair. Beaches are more easily and frequently entangled. On such a beach, exits vanish and experiences cycle endlessly. Picture it like a record player. The needle skips, playing the same phrase again and again. They're fighting a battle that has no beginning or end. Round and round it goes. Now, the battlefield you visited was in Eastern Europe in World War II. Which is strange, given that the man you encountered, Clifford Unger, played no part in that conflict. I can't explain it, but if you can connect me to the chiral network, who knows what we might discover.
Still there, Sam? If so, I have a request. When you're ready, head upstairs to the delivery terminal.
好，咁就今日都發生咗好多嘢啦嚇。咁我都冇咩好講啦，係咪？即係當啲香港警察可以喺街頭咁多記者影住嘅時候，都可以講開3槍嫌太少嘅時候，我都冇咩好再屌佢哋㗎喇嚇。咁而同一時間，今日亦都其實係好事嚟嘅，就係同一啲所謂一啲大陸嘅親戚正式割席，佢哋係一班好戇鳩嘅人，平時家庭聚餐又好，乜嘢都好。佢哋對於政府嘅一啲政策或者一啲公共安全嘅嘢，佢哋都係屌到狗評共產黨咁撚樣嘅。但係每去到真係有人企出嚟，去到對抗呢個政權嘅時候，佢哋往往都係屌返啲示威者轉頭嘅。我已經忍佢哋好耐啦。咁而今日開槍之後，佢哋就更加變本加厲咁啊！我實在頂唔順啦，係啦，即係呢啲咁嘅親戚係最戇鳩嘅，即係又唔係好熟，但係即係你出事嗰陣，佢係一定唔會幫你嘅，我係好肯定噶。又唔係好熟。但係你又要同佢打交道，呢啲係最戇鳩嘅呢啲人，所以其實係唔需要理佢哋，所以咁樣係非常之好嘅。以後我都唔撚會理佢哋，咁樣係最好嘅。 唔講嗰啲仆街嘢啦，都冇咩好講。都唔撚想講，阻住我打機。有故仔咩？唔係冇晒記憶嘅咩？呢條友呢個 Bridge Baby。仲有喎。
Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you? What are you doing here? My wife's checked in. I don't want to repeat of last year. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were there.
呢個阿 John， 佢把聲擺到明係大黑 man 嚟嘅，又係黑人嚟嘅，係嘛？好明顯嘅喎，其實。係啦，其實都係黑人嚟嘅，其實睇到嘅。
Beyond it is Edgenut City, the last bastion of civilization you'll find that far out. It's your final destination. Once you use the Cupid to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire continent. The rebirth of America is so close. And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive. We need you to bring her home safely. But before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie. Hartman will help you get it done.
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why. Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the Death Stranding. Suffice it to say, 1 minute remaining. I don't have much time. See to your preparations. I'll be waiting. You'll find an official order on the terminal.
心人。
All right, Sam. Take care of her. And don't worry, she won't go necro. Millingen's special. Be funny if these Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
交換貨物又拎唔撚到啊！等先，我哋個骨架咧都冇撚咗嘅，係喎，點解個骨架唔撚見咗嘅？壞咗啊！整過咯，上面嗰啲槍都要整啊！呢啲。咩啊？點解會有嘅？唔諗明喎。我呢度。
Thank you for your contribution. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
醫生嗰邊再上到去係嘛？點去啊，大佬？哇！深深湖，嚇！其實呢度去唔去到嘅咧？就咁落去應該得，應該得。醫生呢邊過上去。
This is nice. God damn it.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
咦，溫泉喎，係喎。可以排毒，哦，刺激消化系統，解鎖成就，炮過好燥。
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Walked up worse. Come on, let's get this show on the road.
哇！點去啊？去唔到喎。唔通要呢度兜啊
？Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
They've walked up worse.
哇！咁扯，認真咩？哇！認真咩？喂，點解爬唔到嘅？係咯。去唔到喎。喂，咁衝落山先得㗎，大佬嚇得我啊！28位唔得喎。藍絲台啱啊！喂，做咩跌咗落去啊？我做咗啲乜嘢啊？乜都冇做，黐孖筋嘅。夠唔夠長呢？起碼俾我去到下一個地方。9、8、7、6、5、3、2、1，哇！好極限啊，好極限啊！呢度安全起見。荒廢學業吓，我都到而家等畢業嘅，我而家等我嘅畢業禮啫嘛。何來荒廢學業呢個講法？冇呢種咁嘅事喎，唔存在呢種咁嘅事。喂，咩交換貨物啊？係咪黐孖筋呀？好撚廢啊！屌你咩乜撚嘢啊！咩掛撚住啦！屌！ 喂，我想講咧，你錯過晒嗰啲戰鬥嗰啲部分喎。佢啲戰鬥部分好好玩嘅，其實。不過你次次都冇睇到，好可惜啊！過到嘛？咁斜冇問題嘅應該。喂喂，終於到。唉，仲辛苦啊！對住啲班藍絲親戚啊，屌！哇，幾靚喎佢間實驗室嚇，同其他嘅建築係唔同嘅喎。係啊，睇下幾靚喎！點解啊？Heartman唔係親自同你講嘢嘅，要等個機械人嚟做嘅。心形嘅魚，所以叫 Heartman 係嘛？加溫墊、暖爐、暖氣軍師。我入去。哇！好多嘅頭骨，有啲石頭。復生倒數，剩餘時間。哇！乜撚嘢？喂，你唔好掂啦，咪黐線呀阿 Sam！見到乜都掂下，不死人啊你！亂掂嘢，搞出禍啊！仲唔喺度瞓覺啊？乜撚嘢？復生倒數？ 佢個地下全部都係嗰啲軟墊嚟喎，做咩咁似嗰啲精神科嗰啲病房咁樣樣，費事俾個病人亂衝亂撞。嚇！喂，唔好亂掂啦，Sam。下面第8章。
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down.
死亡倒數。
Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there. Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach.
每21分鐘就會死一次。
60 deaths and 60 resurrections per
每
day.
日死而復生60
60
次。
opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549. I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiformia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family.
嚇！真係心形嘅心。
In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea.
乜撚
That
嘢？
the beach is real, and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
All so you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Hartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh. A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War-era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned.
亡者大軍
Clifford Unger.
無妖王，屌！
His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
1 minute remaining.
要死佢係嘛？
Hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
喂，佢個女咁似媽媽嘅，巧合嚟咋嘛？ 巧合嚟嘅咋嘛？好似喎，我諗多咗啦，可能。BT
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films? You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime. Nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me. As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the two void outs were there. What happened? What's going on? I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart. But it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Hartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though. Even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the Earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
撚嘢。
Sam, you heard it. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal. Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar. The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network. Now, we don't know the first thing about Emily's status or what Higgs is up to. That's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edge Knot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station. Thermal pad. Indispensable gear for cold weather operations. Especially useful when traversing snow-capped mountains.
Oh. 整一個先，暖氣軍師必備，點樣裝㗎？咁樣裝啊？點樣裝啊？我裝喺肩部同腰部。哦 ，OK。
Conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination. No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve. So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of the Cretaceous period, the time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth. It's the most recent of the Big Five, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable. Can you guess what it was? A fossil beach. If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
One more thing, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb. Bridges' paleontologist working. Apparently the fossils he wants to... Now, hopefully I don't need to... Make sure you keep... Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful. Any irregular...
講完又講啲嘢，煩死人啊！好。
time. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
Sam, Phil, Hartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that created it changed his life forever. Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, yet I neglected to give you a proper farewell. Do be careful out there. As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death, extinction. It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
呢邊
There we go. There we go.
哦，好大個。
That's a big one. Hey, good to have you back. Couldn't have made it this far without you.
我呢個好似特別勁咁。唉，嗰個點解會發現到我嘅？吓，要直接撈 save 啊！打都冇得打喎。
Sam, so Hartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that created it changed his life forever? Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes you spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, but I neglected to give you a proper farewell. Do be careful out there. As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death, extinction. It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
There we go. Nice.
.似乎可以爬山喎。行呢邊都得。 得唔得咧？應該得。What the hell？ 哇！咩玩法啊？黐線！揾辦法上去呢邊上啦。
bridges. Oh, thank God for that. I was worried you might not get here in time. But then I've done nothing but worry of late. I've been haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of days stuff. I put the nightmares down to fatigue. The possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we caught it before the suicidal stage. Dying's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete. It's not just my life you're saving here.
個遊戲玩緊重建成個文明，都係㗎，基本上。又唔可以咁講嘅，其實文明又冇消失到嘅，人類又未至於滅亡嘅。即係其實我哋做緊呢個係令到大家團結啫，即係佢哋嘅講法啦。但係我係唔撚信呢個咩 UCA 嘅，好明顯係陰謀嘅。係啦，我哋做嘅就係呢樣嘢，就係博大家上呢個網，跟住咧大家就 connect 埋一齊啦，就可以咩一齊面臨呢一個重大嘅危機咁樣，共同面對咁樣樣，唔知啦。唉。攀爬廚二 OK 喎。
And just like that, I'm part of the UCA, with access to a treasure trove of historical research materials. Studying this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now, assuming I can prove once for all that that's what it is. Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with everyone. Can you believe I found chiral deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years? Evidence of an ancient death stranding.
Chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This stratum is proof of that. Look at this, Sam. Do you see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the Chiralian readings. In the distant past, earthquakes cause frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotaculite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of Chiralium in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has recovered data suggesting that similar fossil beaches were discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches. In expanding the chiral network, you've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains. But this is only the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
Good work.
Okay. Level 2嘅體積更細，但可以帶更加多哦。
Honest delivery bot. Thank you for your contribution.
呢邊有冇得呢個爬過去咧？難啲喎。得唔得咧？好攰，即係得啦，係嘛？有人擺咗個牌喺度，即係行到嘅。我係呢邊行，呢邊咁樣。
You can do it. Weapons restrictions lifted. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons. Delivering cargo.
Much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated. Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all, though I can't for the life of me imagine how. You can set up the chiral network while I work.
我愛返工啊！但我好眼瞓啊！氧氣罩突發，豬嘴已出，突發
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam
拉
Bridges,
得
I have a favor to ask. A local porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200-million-year-old ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which
小島係咪知自己國家啲人係社畜，所以想做呢隻 game？ 唔係嘅，佢演示嗰陣咧都有講過嘅，即係隻 game 咧就好似佢嘅歷程咁樣樣啦，即係佢當年離開 Konami， 跟住自己出嚟搞間公司，整呢隻 game， 由揾遊戲引擎開始一步步由零去到而家做完。佢係話咧呢隻 game 係好似佢嘅歷程咁樣樣咯，佢自己講嘅。
Good sense to mark which container had the ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up.
哦，毒氣
Mr. Reliable
有香港警察嗰度放 T 嘅係嘛
and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
That fossil could represent an epical discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of.
有磁帶嘅輻射，乜撚嘢係輻射咧？首先
It would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very close to grasping the true nature of the
一
phenomenon.
群已經滅絕嘅海洋生物總稱，係啦，嗰個咩黃金比例嗰嚿嘢。
Please access delivery terminal for further.
裝備製造，豬嘴，
Good idea.
上豬嘴，
Filtrate the air and keep you breathing normally. In addition to protecting you from toxic gases,
要唔要
it'll
換
also
filter
help to
嗰
reduce
啲啊？
fatigue from strenuous activity.
我
making
唔
it
使
easier to
氧
keep your
氣嚟
balance.
嘅，因為佢供應氧
If it
氣，
didn't have
唔
a
係
limited battery
防
life,
毒
I'd
變
tell you
差
to keep it
嘅。
on the whole time. But it does, so don't.
OK， 佢話佢會送一隻俾我嘛，唔使我自己整啊嘛。去嗰邊揾。 哇，咁多梯嘅，佢俾咁多梯我。氧氣面罩戴上，哇！成個太空人咁款喎 ，OK 喎。佢俾咁多梯我，拎幾個先？跟住呢啲擺入置物櫃，好。
Restrictions lifted.
唔怪得知佢俾咁多梯我啦，係真係需要嘅。哇！冇電喎，電池屌唔撚係啊！唉，嗱嗱聲啊咁。係咪拎晒啦？係。嗱嗱聲啊，走啊！冇電啊，冇啊！邊度可以唔戴面罩呢邊？盡用啦啲梯，唔理啦，盡用啦。
Too close.
呢度冇充電樁喎，係咯，一個都冇。哇！咁多石嘅，好多人喺度休息喎，等我都休息下先。
Enjoy it, at least while it lasts.
越多人休息咧，就越多石嘅呢個地方，係啦。好，夠啦。
All right, time to go.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Keep on keeping on.
Delivering cargo.
You found it. Let me see. I have to see it. Oh my. It really is immaculately preserved. Uncannily even. Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Hartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine, an Evo-Devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter, and deliver them along with the ammonite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By aiding her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
Good work. New order available. Please act.
Keep on keeping on.
Thank you for everything.
Sam, if you think a prep roll that you built on their property, you're sorely mistaken. The sensor ring marks their claim, so pick a spot outside of it.
Oh, okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Construction complete. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Keep on keeping on.
I know it.
點去啊？BT 區呢度去唔去到嘅咧？既然有人起到嘢，就證明我去到嘅，係啦。
Weapons restrictions lifted.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
喂，有人嗰啲戇鳩仔，恐怖分子。 咁大隻嘅呢個，要兜嗰邊喎。哇，好鬼大隻啊！呢啲咦？哦，四個咋？即係呢個唔係嘅，呢個係咩啊？分析裝置。哦，係遺失物品嚟嘅啫。我以為係我要去拎嘅嘢添。嗰邊。 哦，温泉。充電之泉，黐孖筋。誒，等陣時， 擺個 sign 喺度。會死，唔想返工。
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this. May I have a look?
你估我想做啊？黐孖筋！主線任務啊！
Connect me to the chiral network. That's where my studies will truly begin.
榴彈發射器，認真咩？
Thank you. It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding. After all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes, such as these, invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution. But there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within
Distinction factor 唔係我哋有咯，有 Doomsday 就有喎。
If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar. Evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
Well done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that ammonite. Speaking of which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace. I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab? Preparations are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
Good work. New order available. Please access
哇！可以射4種彈，一係咧就係打 BT 嘅，一係咧就係致命嘅榴彈，一係滑彈，同埋非致命嘅鎮靜彈，以在各種戰況中對付不同嘅目標。哇！呢個正喎，正。呢個唔係爛啊，係咯，真係爛啊！
Thank you for your contribution. Restrictions lifted.
one's for you. There we go.
哦屌揸唔撚到，唉算啦。
Evaluation. Thank you for your continued support. Good work. New order available. Please access the terminal for further information.
It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. It's all right.
Thank you, Sam. In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues. Don't worry, I just got back. We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was, but something else may have been causing it. I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special. It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her car and half failed to separate. They must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
10 seconds to cardiac arrest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say. Look, a message from Dead Man. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam, I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk Di Hardman finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books. You've got to keep this between us. We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret. The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding. But she insisted that I never tell the director. The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. Almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought Hartman might be able to make sense of it, so I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean, they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the President's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time. I've put together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think. Life on Earth has been rocked by many extinctions. Great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find chiralium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes. Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction? Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5,300 years ago.
They both had the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no way to examine the genuine articles. But some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-Devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time. We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, ammonites, dinosaurs, the mammoth, the Iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all, without exception, found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities. You see, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands. And it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a Death Stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain. And since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the President is unavailable.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a Death Stranding, assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed. And we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
How do you want me to handle Die Hardman?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning of our suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
Activating lab security measures. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
OK， 信息量比較大，但係簡單啲嚟講呢，就係滅絕體啊，就係一個計時炸彈咁嘅嘢啦。我諗咁啊，以前嗰啲咩長毛象啊、嗰啲咩恐龍啊，嗰啲全部都係滅絕體嚟嘅。即係點解會發生大滅絕啊？咁而阿黑 man 咧就話咧，我哋嘅阿媽咧可能咧係滅絕體嚟嘅。咁但係咧，因為已經燒咗啦嘛，所以已經冇咗嗰件事啦。咁而總統嘅佢個女，即係現任嘅總統 Emily 會唔會係滅絕體咧？會唔會就係因為佢係滅絕體，所以阿 Higgs 就綁架咗佢， 然後咧想整人類大滅絕咧，唔知啦，整一啲嘢啦嚇，會唔會係因為咁樣樣咧？唔知道。咁啊
It's time, Sam. When you're ready, proceed to the shore of the tar belt and begin work on the chiral relay. Once it's ready, use the Cupid to bring it online. The necessary materials are prepped for you. Supplies are limited, so handle them with care. You'll be carrying a lot, too. All things considered, this might be one of your hardest runs to date. Hartman knows more about the site than I do, so he'll take it from here. It's about time for his wake-up call anyway.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Right. About that way station. The site we have chosen was an original candidate for the way station we lost to the tar belt. Ironically, we suspended construction because we deemed it a little too unstable and not worth the risk. But this time, it's our best shot. So let's hope we weren't right to change horses in midstream. Fortunately for us, the foundation we laid down is still intact. All you have to do is transport the necessary materials to the site and finish the job. I'm afraid it's the only way we can expand the network further west and rescue Harmony. We're counting on you, Sam.
OK， 運材料去起嘢150 kg， 好鬼遠。咁樣呢？有冇休息站？呢邊有一個。起緊，要2400特殊合金。呢度有冇咁多呢？冇啦，擺到明啊，得1500。咦，唔係喎，下面咪有一個咯？點解我個地圖度冇顯示嘅？嗰個咪係咯。係咯。點解地圖上面冇嘅？哦，呢個係官方嘅添，唔重要。哦，唔係官方。點解會冇？因為未嚟過係嘛，所以。咦 ？A2
ferocity.
又嚟。
Tired, huh?
有個門打開咗，成個古仔好 EVA， 我已經預計到個結局係點樣樣。6500萬年。係啦，我諗阿 Higgs 佢所想做嘅嘢咧，就係人類補完計劃啊，就係人類補完計劃，或者可能我哋個老細啊，Die Hardman其實都係想做呢樣嘢，就係利用 Emily 呢一個絕緣體嚟到達至佢哋嘅人類補完計劃啦，我諗。唉，唔想睇啊！ 好，非常好。咁呢，今日亦都玩到呢度啦吓。今日罷工啊，今日唔 OT 啊，今日。咁啊，今晚睇下情況點啦，再繼續。我個生理時鐘要搞一搞翻先，真係。好啦，係咁啦。唉。